Hey guys, thank you so much for joining us today for another Facebook Live. Today we're going to be going over our 5 quick tips to implement Grades of Green's leftover school supplies activity. So these are the 5 quick tips from our best practices, schools, and students that have done this activity. And we're really excited because this is actually one of our most popular activities for this time of year at the end of the school year. And it's one of the most simple activities with a really big impact. So we're excited to show it to you today. The whole activity with the downloadable resources, instructions that you'll need, and any steps and tools for success are available on our website by going under the Take Action button, and it's the very last activity in the waste category. So today we're going to be doing our 5 quick tips, but the full version is always available on our website at gradesofgreen.org. Also, all of the downloadable resources and signage that you'll see is also available on that activity, and we will also be posting a link to it in the comment section of this video afterward. Thank you so much for joining, and now we're going to get into why this activity is so important, how to implement it, and how to make a difference at your school. We recommend doing this activity the very last week that your school is in session and putting the bins out in your classrooms or in the hallways to collect any leftover school supplies at the end of the year so that they can either be reused, recycled, or get a home at your school next year as well. Now we're going to get into it. Here is Emily S.
Hey guys, so why is it important that we reuse and donate our school supplies instead of just dumping them all into the trash can at the end of the year? Well, as you can see from this photo, our landfills are seriously overfilled. So all of that waste that we throw out all of the time just gets dumped into this one place, and it's actually really bad for the surrounding environment too, because toxic chemicals get leached out into the environment from these toxic landfills. So it's important that instead of just dumping everything, we reuse and recycle it. So to give you guys an example of how much school supplies are wasted, every year people in the US use 2 billion pencils, which is equivalent to 100,000 trees. That's a lot of trees. And to give you guys another visual on how much waste we produce, the average US student produces 35 pounds of waste per week, which is about the weight of like a medium-sized dog. It's an adorable dog, by the way. And if you added up all of those pounds of waste into a year's worth, that would equal 1,825 pounds, which is about the weight of a large cow. And so all of that accumulated to everyone in the US every year equals the weight of 45 million elephants per year. So imagine 45 million elephants. That's the amount of waste that we produce every year. So it's really important that we reduce that amount of waste. And now Jennifer is going to talk about how we can do that by implementing 5 tips for our leftover school supplies activity.
Hey everyone, so these are our 5 top tips. Our first tip is that you're going to want to organize your Grades of Green team. Get the volunteers to set up the bins and bring them in. And then our second tip is to find a storage spot, and this is going to be a place that you determine in advance. And it's also going to be an organization that you want to donate to. So you're going to determine if you want to donate to a nonprofit, to your own school, or to another school. And then you're going to use that storage area during your leftover school supplies, collecting those leftover school supplies, and afterwards if your organization isn't ready to take it. So this way no one mistakenly throws out your collected goods.
Hey guys, so the third step is you want to set up your collection bins. So you got to make sure that all of the collection bins are put close together so as to avoid someone dumping in all of their materials in one bin. So here you'll also see all of the cool downloadable resources that you'll be able to access on the Grades of Green website. So here is a donation sign that you'll be able to put on your bin for markers and crayons, for pencils and pens, and of course for recycling all of your materials or putting those materials in the trash. Okay, so tip number 4 is to sort those supplies. So you want to make sure that all of those supplies are in good working order. So here we're going to see that this marker is in good shape because it still has its cap and it still has a good amount of ink. So we're going to put that into the markers and crayons. And this crayon is okay, even though the tip is broken, broken tips are okay for all of the crayons. You can also put in the pens here as well, because all these pens are in good working order. And if you have any folders that you want to donate for next year, you have to make sure that you take out all of the papers in them, because you can actually recycle the paper. All right. And here you will see a binder and a notepad that you will be able to actually reuse if you just rip out all of the old papers in them and use the binder with all of the unused paper in that as well.
So to kick up this activity a notch, you can actually measure the amount of waste that you've diverted from landfills by reusing and donating school supplies. So the average trash bag weighs about 20 pounds. So if you just count up the number of bags of school supplies that you're donating and recycling and multiply that by 20, then you'll get an estimate of the number of pounds that you've diverted from a landfill and given a second life, which is great. And so we actually have a special prize for schools that take on this activity and then also measure the amount of waste that they've diverted from landfills using that formula. And if you email your Grades of Green advisor with that amount of waste and that you've taken on that activity by the end of the school year, we will send you guys a Grades of Green t-shirt to your green team leader. So that's all. Thank you guys so much for joining us. We're really excited for you to take on this activity and to make sure that all of that waste doesn't go to a landfill. So again, the full activity and also our library of 40 plus Grades of Green activities are available on gradesofgreen.org. And so yeah, make sure to register for Grades of Green if your school isn't already a part of Grades of Green. And email us, call us. If you're taking on this activity, tag us on social media. And if you have any questions that we didn't get to, just comment below in the Facebook Live video and we'll answer you right away. So thank you guys so much, and bye-bye.